This is StiltzkinKupo84 with Cat and Fam Gamer TV, and we're still grinding in our favorite little grind spot here. Let's see how good we're doing. The Phoenix Downs are back up to 44. That's good. What are our Sapphires at? We got 46 of those bad boys. This is the first time in the game we've had more Sapphires than we've had Paradots, so that's really cool. That's a lot of ability points that Garnet has there. What can we do with those? We could do auto regen, and what else? Nothing that's really super necessary, I guess. We're almost done learning Amethyst. She is nowhere near being done on the Rebirth Ring. So, yeah, it looks like we won't be learning that anytime soon. Let's see about Aiko here. Is White Robe even a good thing for Aiko to be wearing? White Robe does magic +2, so yeah. Yeah, White Robe is good. Should be good with White Robe for now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that on Garnet. I'll put that on Garnet when she's done with the Light Robe. Because the Light Robe, Strength +1, Magic +1, Spirit +1. Okay, so yeah, so we'll finish learning half MP, and then we'll put the White Robe on her when that's done. I've been tempted in the past sometimes to just stat out my healers for strength, just because they'll be terrible attackers if you don't. But they're kind of designed to be terrible attackers, so it's not wrong to let them stay that way. So that's Garnet's ultimate weapon that she's holding right now. That's the Whale Whisker. That is definitely one of the end game treats for Garnet. And the Tiger Racket that Aiko learned from, she must have had a lot less AP to learn that ability on that one, because she's had the Magic Racket back in her hands for quite a while now. But that Tiger Racket, I believe, is the endgame racket for both Garnet and Aiko. So we're slowly uncovering a lot of these endgame things here. Oop, command failed. That was an attack command, so she can't even attack? So she's that mentally troubled that she can't even physically attack sometimes. That's really weird. Okay, well, I guess we can summon Fenrir. Give him heck, Aiko. There you go. Ooh, geez. Shorty's getting a little low on MP there. More Sapphires onto the pile. I wish they would give you 2 sapphires for 2 gnolls. That would only make sense in my mind. Okay, so we're gonna be spamming through this. Hate these troll fights. You know, at least with the Ochu you get something. You can get Phoenix Pinions off of them. That then goes to help your summon pool by powering up the Phoenix summon. But with these trolls you just can't get anything. So on the internet, you don't waste your time with trolls, and you also don't waste your time with trolls in Final Fantasy IX. They got that right. Okay, so let's see. So we have Magician Robe. We have an Aquamarine for her to learn Leviathan. We're gonna do Light Robe finally. We're gonna learn Full Life and half MP. What? Alright. And now we're rocking and rolling. Now we have a lot of use abilities, active abilities on Garnet, where there used to be none. I think the only ones left are Bahamut and Arc. As far as summons go, she's got 6 of her summons. That's as many as I believe she's ever had. I think in the beginning of the game, if you somehow level Garnet up to an atrociously high level, like we are now, level 40, you will have Bahamut in your lineup, and Leviathan will not be there. So you'll have Shiva, Ifrit, Rama, Atomos, Odin, and Bahamut. I think that's the way it is, as far as the narrative. Because I've done that before. I've taken the challenge to get Garnet just to an obscenely, insanely high level to use some of her summons before the end of Disc 2, even when she's got Steiner and Marcus in her party in Trino. You can use summons there. It's just not something you normally ever do because she normally never gets that high in level. But we've learned all of her magic, all of her white magic abilities. And to me it's a shame that she'll never learn Full Life. I kind of wish that they had put Full Life on her. Some of these things, like who uses Scan really? I don't. Blech. And I don't think Kiraja is a thing in this game, but it could have been. I don't think Thundaja is either. I think they stop at the Guz for... I don't think actually those became a thing until, what, Final Fantasy... I don't think they were a thing in 10. Was it 12 where those... the Ja level things became... you know, canon. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, we have Bahamut and Arc to learn, and those are the only active abilities that Garnet will learn in the future. So, you know, we basically have a bunch of support abilities to teach her. Like maybe 3 or 4 more of those. But at this point in the game, our players now are learning so many abilities that they're really mastering their list, and we're seeing what their full potential is gonna be. We're seeing what they'll eventually be capable of. It's sizing out. Of course, with Odin's sword, Garnet is gonna gain a lot more utility. Arc and Bahamut, while both very cool, I don't think will add a whole lot more utility. I mean, Bahamut might. Bahamut's... It kind of depends on how many of the Garnets you can get. So, you know, if you can stockpile those real fast, you know, yeah, it could be one of your more powerful summons. But at least to the extent that I have ever ground Garnets in previous playthroughs, she hasn't been a guaranteed 9999 with Bahamut on any other playthrough that I've played. And we may try to change that on this playthrough. I might do a bonus video where I grind specifically to get a whole bunch of Garnets. I'm not sure that we'll do that. I'm not sure that we won't do that. But, I probably won't, because there's a place in Dagwario where you can go, and we're not far away from the point in the story where we'll be able to get to Dagwario. And you can just, synthesize your gems there. So, let's get some Phoenix Pinion off of this Ochu here, if we can. Yeah. Slow. So, so we don't have any status immunities up for any of these status effects here, but also we have our reflect up. So it doesn't matter, because if he casts sleep on us, I'm not sure if that gets reflected or not. If it's like an auto monster ability, then it might not get reflected. It has to be actual magic, I think. But yeah, I mean, we don't need to have the status effect immunities equipped. We're naturally immune because we have auto reflect on. And that's cool. I feel like I should be using Zidane to attack these trolls. I'm really only stealing to get the thievery higher. I want to be faster. Garnet can't even do a melee hit. She is so speechless. Kinda doesn't make sense. Yeah, that part doesn't really support the narrative very well. Even if you've been mute from stress, you probably should be able to hit something. But the fact remains, she is still a very troubled individual. Oh no. I'm not entirely sure that this screen here gives the most nulls. Just feels to me like it does. I think when I go on the other screens, like the one I just ran into on accident, you can get gnolls there. I've had gnoll battles there, but it just seems like there's more Ochus and trolls over there. Could just be my imagination, I could be wrong. I've also gotten gnolls on the big vine coming over, where you fight the Hiljigar's battle. The big tree trunk, tree root, I guess would be. But that whole path there, you can get gnolls there. You can also get gnolls, I believe, in the save screen with the Moogle there. The Susanna, I think, is the Moogle stationed over here. Susanna? Susanna or Suzuna? However, I think you can get gnolls on this screen too if you run around enough. Yes, Suzuna. You might even be able to get them on this screen, for all I know. I mean, I haven't really even tried it. This screen here is even earlier, and I'm not sure if they're here either. This is the farthest back screen that I've tried to get gnolls on. But encounters in general don't seem to happen as often on these screens, and so you seem to run around a lot longer. Yeah, see, so here's a gnoll here. But it's a lone gnoll. It's, I'm not sure if you only get single gnolls or if you can get double gnolls. Doesn't really matter to me because I pretty much have just felt out the area, and I think that the area that I normally farm the gnolls and the sapphires on is probably the best area. And that's all the way over here, back across this big route. I like this area a lot for grinding. And, you know, it could possibly even stem back to the fact that right out there is the Ipha tree. So, you know, it's really close to a place where you can go to beyond the overworld and just tent real fast and come back in. And that could have been as trivial as it was when I decided that this was the best screen for fighting gnolls. I mean, I can't remember that I went up and looked up statistically on a GameFAQs board or whatever if this was statistically the best screen. I just feel like it is. And it's also convenient, so I grind them here. I also like looking at this stone statue, and I like looking at that big ice cream swirl rock thing back in the background there. I like to ponder what a geographic weather pattern phenomenons may have happened to, you know, have that landform there. It's a super nerdy pastime of mine. As if playing Final Fantasy IX itself was not a super nerdy pastime of mine. Lots of gamers have moved on to newer things. But yeah, that swirl is sort of cool up there. I like it. I like to have this little bit of tree trunk to run on. I run back and forth on that a lot. Although, and this could just be purely my imagination too, I do feel like I get less gnolls when I'm running on this route here. I feel like I get more trolls when I'm running on the tree route. I'm not sure if that's really an actual thing or if that's just something I'm creating in my head. But I feel like running on the stone. I'll get to me more of the sapphires I'm here for. Boy, is it that late already? It's 5:22 a.m. It's kind of late. I like to go to bed around 6. So this could be my last episode here, guys, for tonight. We had the flare on Amaranth. We could have used an Elan to do an AoE chakra on everybody. That would have been cool. Because I'm low on MP with some individuals here. We're gonna wind up doing a tent anyway. At this rate. If we keep having gnolls cast Vanish on themselves without casting Blizzara, then we're gonna wind up running out of MP real fast. I want that pinion. Wow, Garnet. Big girl. Took a chunk right out of that Ochu, didn't you? Of course, now we are starting to just get obscene amounts of gil. And I couldn't be happier. This is typically the point in the game, somewhere around mid-disc 3. You've already used up all of your cotton robe tricks that happen naturally in the narrative, and you know, once you get the airship, then you have plenty of opportunity to just repeat the cotton robe trick over and over again to your desire. But then you get access to, you know, fighting the Grand Dragon, and that makes Cotton Robe Trick pretty unsatisfying, and you know, Grand Dragon becomes the easiest way to make money, and or at least the fastest way to make money. Not really anything easy about it, unless of course you've got your auto reflect equipped on everyone. And your mini caster. High potion? We didn't want a high potion. We got a bunch of those. Matter of fact, I could use a couple of those up. Especially now that we got Leviathan learned. I'm going to the menu anyway. Let's see. What? Use some items. High potion. Oh, we actually don't need to get rid of those so bad. Not as bad as I thought. I don't know why I'm getting rid of them, of course, when I have 2 white mages in the party. I just thought of that. That's kind of dumb. Okay, so we got Whale Whisker learning. We got Aquamarines done. So now we can start learning some really cool abilities with Garnet. Let's see, MP plus 20, Concentrate. Guess we could learn Concentrate. I mean, we already got it on Aiko. That'll free up Aiko to learn some stuff. Let's see. Aiko doesn't need Dark Matter or Promised Ring. We've got enough anklets to teach both at the same time. Angel Earrings she could probably use afterward. Should probably be the next one to get Angel Earrings. Yep. So that'll be how that goes. We get after Rebirth Ring, we'll give her the Angel Earrings. And then, as far as I can tell, Aiko and Garnet won't be in competition for any more add-ons after that. That's another reason why it's really good to just be able to buy multiple copies of everything. I'm really thanking Atomos666 for his game facts guide that details everything that you would need. You know what? I hope I'm not accrediting the wrong person here. I know Atomos666 does a guide, and he might actually be the one who does the Excalibur 2 Perfect Game Guide. Anyhow, big thanks to everyone at GameFAQs.com. All the guides that I've gotten are, years old by now. I don't rightly remember where all of them came from by name specifically, but I do know that they all came off of GameFAQs.com. If you need a Final Fantasy question answered, you can go there. That's the site. I would say from at least 12 back. 12, 12 might not be... They might have a lot of stuff on IGN for 12 as well. But definitely Final Fantasy X. 10 and lower would be really the only source to get really good and complete information on all of your Final Fantasies. I guess Final Fantasy XII, you could still go to the wiki. I think that's where I look up all my loot and things. I think the Vigilance ran out for the series after like 9 or 10. Because the Final Fantasy wiki is much more useful for Final Fantasy XII for me than any of the game facts that I've looked at. And if you're a regular game facts poster still and you're mad that I'm saying this, it's not a dig against you guys. You guys did phenomenally well. It's just, it's hard to beat the Final Fantasy Wiki. It's just a very useful tool, especially for the the market, the bazaar items on the marketplace. All those bizarre recipes and, you know, all that stuff is really well detailed on the Final Fantasy Wiki. The community came together, put a lot of love into that, so if, you know, that's my recommendation for if you're playing Final Fantasy 12. Go give the Final Fantasy Wiki a shot. Are we gonna have Aiko finish this fight? Yes, we are. I just get a feeling sometimes for when these well, I guess random trash mob battles are gonna end. You get used to the flow of it. You can just sort of guesstimate. It's a wonderful feeling to be that in tune with the game. We've been doing a lot of stealing, so I'm kind of anxious to see what our thievery is up to by now. Of course, there's going to be a part coming up in the story that takes place again in Alexandria, and we'll be able to fight some Abaddons, as far as I'm told. Then we'll be able to fight some Chimera, and we'll be able to fight some what was that third enemy that they were talking about? I was referencing this on my phone, of course, so that, you know, could have been... Oh, it was the Stilva. So I think there's like a scenario in Alexandria where we fight a Chimera, a Stilva, and an Abaddon. But I don't remember it when I think in terms of my own personal memory banks. So unless I've glossed over that, I'm kind of wondering if the phone had it wrong. I mean, when I look something about the phone, I am talking about the Final Fantasy Wiki. So I'd be interested to see if the Final Fantasy Wiki is inaccurate when you go farther back into the older games like Final Fantasy IX, or if my own personal memory is just inaccurate in that, you know, it may have been a scenario that I just breezed through real fast and didn't get a lot of encounters to happen, or something like that. But we'll see. I think where I remember seeing a lot of Abaddons and Chimeras was in like Memoria or Pandemonium, or, you know, some of those places that are like much later in the game. And that's where I remember seeing them. I'm pretty much certain those are places where you're forced to see them. You have a very high likelihood of encountering them there. But we'll see. Maybe we do have a very low chance of encountering them in Alexandria, and we'll be able to, you know, get our first Bahamut or our Garnets to teach us Bahamut from Alexandria the next time around. Again, Garnet can't concentrate. Silly princess. Let's see, what do we? Oh, we've almost learned Rebirth Ring. That's good. And then we'll be on to the Angel Earrings. And at that point, I'm pretty sure we will have used every add-on that we need to use on Aiko. Every unique add-on, that is. Every add-on that we only have one copy of. Of course, we've sidestepped having to use the Protect Ring on her altogether because of that light robe. That's why we've got the Protect Ring on Amarant right now. So we saved ourselves a lot of in-game time, a lot of grinding time, just by having a little bit of insight into what abilities we'll be learning from what pieces of equipment. There have been times where I have not used that much insight, and it has really bothered me. Because I've all of a sudden come to realize that I've wasted a bunch of my hours in the game and in real life, you know, basically grinding something that I shouldn't have had to take all that time to grind. So we have an opportunity here to go to the Tiger Racket, which is super powerful, more powerful than even the Whale Whisker. But we're not going to do that because we want the Magic Racket on Garnet because we want to increase her magic stat. And Magic Racket is the only item that she can really get. I guess Stardust Rod we can increase her spirit by 2 each time, but that's less desirable than increasing her magic stat 2 each time. So see, Concentrate is not really being learned. Auto Rebirth Ring. Okay, we'll get rid of that. 25. We get Angel Earrings. Now Concentrate. Do we really want Concentrate, or do we really want the Rebirth Ring faster? I tend to think we want the Rebirth Ring faster. That's just the way I'm feeling. If Aiko is already done with the Rebirth Ring and already done with the Promised Ring, I feel like Auto Life is a much better ability to have on Garnet than Concentrate. I don't really even know what Concentrate does. I have a notion. Yeah, it raises the strength of spells, so, I mean, it's vague too. Even the description of it is sort of vague. I say, let's just put Auto Life on. We'll leave it at that. Sounds good to me. What was Amarant at for learning on the Protect Ring? Oh, halfway. Halfway is good. So Aiko is definitely going to be the one who learns things the fastest here. She's going to be done grinding AP well before either of the other two. And here I was thinking Amaranth was going to be the quickest, right? It's weird because even the character levels have sort of normaled out. Like, Amaranth's still maybe 5 ahead of the girls, but he started out easily 10 ahead of both of the girls. I think one was at 31 and the other was at 32, and Amaranth was at 31, so basically 9.5 levels above. I think Aiko was the one that had 32 at the time. So we're doing our sapphire grinding. We haven't even properly done our peridot grinding yet. Garnet is still failing to take actions. Let's check our items. We got 47 Phoenix Pinion. That's good for the Phoenix Summon. We have got 51 Sapphire, 44 Peridot. So this is the first time that we've had more Sapphire than Peridot or Phoenix Pinions. Now we got a lot of ore. Got quite a lot of topaz actually, and lapis lazuli. That was good. We found a lot of those in the dive spot in the ocean. Either that or it was a chocograph, but I think it was not a chocograph. I think it was a dive spot in the ocean where we got all those gems from. Thinking maybe I should do a thievery every now and then. Just to see if I'm doing 4 9s yet. But of course, basically all that would do is slow down the grinding of the steels there. Maybe once we get to the end of the video, I'll do it. I'll do one last thievery just to, see where we're at. And if it does 4 9s, I'm gonna be suspicious of it. I'm gonna call foul because of, well, no, I guess I can't. I was gonna say I would call foul because of the lower defense of the enemies in this area compared to what a Grand Dragon can defend. But now that I remember, the thievery doesn't factor in any of the defenses of the enemy or any of the strengths of your stats, so it's just flat damage based on how many steals you've had in the game, so defense may not factor into it. If we get 4 9s on a Null, for instance, it probably would also be 4 9s on a Grand Dragon. Just being the unique way in which that ability works. Certainly, though, for something that does work on stats, like say a summon or a black magic ability from Vivi, those things can definitely hit 4 9s on some things in this area before they could hit 4 9s for a Grand Dragon. Boy, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this ore by selling it. I'm gonna have so much ore eventually here that it'll start telling me I can't hold more of that item. I already had 88 last time I checked. Hold about 10 or 11 more. Then we have to go sell them. You know what, I feel like maybe we could have gotten thief gloves already. Like, we may be well past the amount of gil that we need to be able to go to the auction and get some thief gloves. But the reason that I'm not, like, sprinting off to go do that right now is because the only person that learns anything from the Thieves' Gloves is Zidane. And pretty much once you get them, that's like the last risk that you want to put on Zidane anyway. So once we equip them on him, they won't be going anywhere. It's not really a multi-use item. It's probably still smart to pick them up as soon as you can. You know, just for the fact of, well, Zidane's leveling up that whole time, and you want that item on him to be able to level up his stats to the best possible fulfillment of, you know, his high stats. But we're close to the end of the video. And we're close to actually learning some really good abilities. So I'm really hoping that I get some key abilities learned here before the end of the video. And maybe by the start of the next video, we'll be in front of the auction house and we'll be going for those thief gloves finally. Zidane himself is still in the low 50s, so it's not like we've leveled him atrociously without the Thieves' Gloves so far. Oh, well, he's getting up there. He's getting to 56. 190,000. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Thieves' Gloves were like 24, so we've got like more than 100,000 more than we need. I probably should have got those Thieves' Gloves a long time ago. Oh, no, I have them. What am I talking about then? Thief gloves. What was the other thing that was there? Reaver, angel ring, earrings. You know what? I may be talking about nonsense. Because I may have gotten all of the things from that Trino auction already. You know, you do some bonus videos, you wait a week, you do some more bonus videos, and you just kind of lose track of what kind of was actually going on. I'm gonna have to go off camera and sort of check out what kinds of things are available at the auction and see if I've got all those things. I think I may have. Because I'm pretty sure the Thieves' Gloves were the last things that I wanted from that auction. Because I wanted to get the multi-use item first. Since, you know, all these characters would be able to benefit from it. I just decided Zidane's Thieves' Gloves would be the last thing for me to get. If I've already got them, I think that's the only pair you can get from the auction too. I don't think they appear after that. So like you can synthesize later in the game to get another pair from Daguerreo. You can get those, so Amarant can wear them, but he doesn't learn any abilities from them. It's just like, you know, the better glove for him to level up with, I think. I'm pretty sure it teaches some kind of speed, probably speed +2, and it may teach strength, I'm not sure. It may teach spirit, I don't know. I know it teaches speed though. I know that. Let's see. Thief's Glove teaches speed +1. That's it. And it doesn't teach strength. Nakai Arma is the only thing that teaches spirit. No. Well, Dragon Wrist, well. So, Bone Wrist and Bracer teach 1 strength. Power Wrist teaches 2 strength. And Thief Gloves teaches 1 speed. Did not know that. Alright, I think I'm gonna use a Thievery on somebody. I'm almost hoping for a troll right now. Well, I don't want to miss a Phoenix Pinion steal opportunity. If one ever comes, so I'm calling it the next ogre that I get. The next ogre I get will get Thievery put on him. Line up, boys. The next ogre we encounter. Well, we can get a Phoenix Pinion off of this. I must have put auto on. I didn't notice it. That's probably why Amarant went out and attacked. I thought he attacked really early in the last battle. I didn't think I had pushed buttons quick enough to have initiated anything. I was probably right. It was probably that auto battle going on. Alright, Ogre. Guess what you signed up for? You're gonna make everybody proud. See what Thievery's doing these days. $64, 65. Well, so Thievery is getting pretty massive there. Zidane has been doing his curls. Zidane has been pumping that iron. Zidane has been stealing those pockets and raising that Thievery higher and higher every time. That's nice, guys. Matter of fact, that may be what you want to use trolls for in this area. Having 2 troll encounters back to back is sort of redundant. I'm not going to cast Thievery on these 2 trolls here. But if you go a long time without getting a bunch of trolls and then all of a sudden you get one, just cast Thievery on it. It's like your time to audit your own steel count and see if you've got a good Thievery damage going there. So, I mean, I guess, it helps when you think of it that way. Having trolls here helps you keep tabs on your Thievery and helps you figure out, what your progress has been toward that max goal on the Thievery damage. It's still annoying that, you get Sapphires less often because they're here. But, I mean, I guess it's all in the mental framing. Depends on whether something turns from a bad thing into a potentially good thing. Let's get a Phoenix Pinion off his Ochu. Maybe not. Oh, we're pretty much at the end of the video now. It would have been nice to get a Phoenix Pinion right before the end. Oh, well, we got half MP and MP 20% learned. That's good. Maybe that's our lucky note. Yeah, we'll end on that note. Let's see, what else do we have for her to learn? Auto float, healer, and that is it, boys. Dang. Aiko's coming up on a knowledge gap real quick here. Light robe, white robe. Who needs what here? What do we need on people? White robe does magic, pretty sure. Light robe does a whole list of things. So it does strength +1, magic +1, spirit +1. That's what the light robe does. And the white robe is magic +2. So let's see. Who gets the light robe and who gets the white robe? Ability. Let's go to Garnet here. Does Garnet ever learn Holy? No. Garnet never learns Holy. Ever. So, we want magic damage on Aiko the most. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the white robe on her. Yeah, and then we're going to put the light robe on Garnet. And she'll get strength, magic, and spirit +1. But, Aiko definitely needs the magic +2 more. We want to stat her out for as much magic gain as we can because we want Holy to be a monster ability. So, alright, so Protect Ring is not doing too bad. Well, we may only have one more bonus video ahead of us to finish out this AP grind. We'll have one or possibly two. But, as far as the rest of the night, in real life, I have 0 bonus videos ahead of me. This is the end of tonight's grind. It is now this morning and the next morning. We're at 6 a.m. and it is my bedtime. So thanks guys for watching. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and you know, make my daughter's channel as popular and as successful as she, you know, dreams that it will be. And of course, when she's off from being grounded, she'll come back and play some Minecraft and possibly some more Kingdom Hearts for you guys. And until then, it's just been fun to play Final Fantasy IX. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is StiltzkinKupo signing out. Later.